Good evening, football fans across Africa and the world. The biggest sporting event in the world is starting today. The Mexico, United States of America, and Canada 2026. It is the World Cup, and you are welcome to World Cup Central, the place where every information that you require for this World Cup will be got. I am Dr. Theophilus Kofi Ayanfo, and my panelist here is Mr. Tony Ade Bonyega. We are going to look at the first opening match for today. It is between Mexico and South Africa. The tournament, the teams are grouped into 12 main groups. Group A is made up of Mexico, South Africa, Czech Republic, and South Korea. Who will win this tournament? Mr. Tony Adeboyega, good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
The atmosphere is incredible. A lot of people are trying to look for ways by which to make this World Cup. What is your expectation for this World Cup?
To be honest, I don't. Honestly, I'm not seeing the vibe actually, but I would want to believe that after the first couple of matches, we'll have the streets flooded with fans and our flags and all of that. As it is now, I'm not really seeing the vibe as it was, as we'd have seen in the past. You know, in the past, by this time in traffic, you see Ghana flag and people will be chanting blaster, blaster. But I hope after the first couple of matches, we would
The euphoria
the euphoria will come. People will catch up with the whole thing, and probably it's also because of the way FIFA is handling this whole thing about visas and all of those things. So I think it's also becoming a challenge. But hey, it's a World Cup, so it's a World Cup. So eventually, I believe it will pick up, and I believe Black Stars will do well, especially once Black Stars is doing well. The World Cup is on.
Yeah. A lot of people with fire.
Yes.
Now, let's begin with the obvious question. How important is this opening game for both teams?
If you ask me, that is what actually. So if you put in a good shift in the first game, at least you have some points on the board. It gives you the 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 morale to be able to go through the tournaments going forward. Because once you lose the opening game, now the pressure is on. It means technically you probably will need to win every other match
By all means.
before you progress. So everybody want to win their opening match, and it's also the trickiest one. It's the trickiest one because everybody wants to win anyway, but you may not be on top of your game, stamina wise, cohesion wise, and all of that. So all you need is to be able to win. That is what matters.
That's what
No matter how you get the win is secondary. You just need to win. I think that is how those teams will have to look at it.
Very well, very well. When you look at it, my expectations is looking at how the fans will behave. We have the Mexican wave. I don't know what the new wave will be. When Mexico hosted the World Cup in 1986, they had the wave going up and down and the rest. Let's see what they will do today. Many bookmakers are having Mexico as favorites. Do you agree?
For this particular match, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if you look at it, but we shouldn't forget that these two teams met when South Africa hosted the tournament the last time in the opening match as well, I think.
Yeah,
and it was a drawn game,
1-1.
a 1-1 game. So I would not be surprised if it ends in a draw, because at least in the last two meetings between these two teams, Mexico had never beaten South Africa in the last two games.
Yes, they have played 4 times. They have South Africa has won twice. There has been a draw.
I think they won once. Mexico won twice, and there was a draw.
There was a draw.
But the last two ones, South Africa won.
There was
the
a
third
draw.
one, and there was a draw. So at least Mexico has not beaten them in the last two matches that they met. So it is not a foregone conclusion that Mexico will beat them, but in fact, they are a slight favorite because they are hosting a tournament. The fans will be behind them. Well, and I don't know if Africa is behind South Africa now. But yeah, I think Mexico are slightly different.
When you look at Mexico, this is their ninth consecutive World Cup. South Africa went off somewhere 2014,
Yeah.
and they are now coming back as their World Cup. So I think maybe I may agree with the bookmakers that it is uh, Mexico will be the favorite for this
Yeah.
match, but are they? What concerns Mexico about South Africa? If you look at it,
Maybe
how will
if you look at the South Africans, I would think it's the energy. I think the energy the South Africans will come with. But if you look at, because Mexico are hosting this, in my opinion, I believe South Africa will sit back and expect Mexico. And in fact, whether they sit back or not, Mexico will force them to sit back so that
they are going to
so they
play?
will want to play on the counter attack.
Did you watch the Mexico Ghana match?
No, how
Mm.
was that?
They were very they were pressing.
Yeah,
They will press you from various ends. It's one of those early presses that caused the our goalkeeper to misbehave
Yes,
and
so
cause the goal.
I expect Mexico to play in that same manner, where South Africa will sit back, Mexico will be on attack. Mexico will be more offensive than South Africa anyway. If you look at the caliber of players they have as well, I think Mexico would be more offensive. South Africa needs to sit back and try to pick them on the counter. That's the best I believe they should be able to do. But South Africa, because most of their players are also from their domestic league, there's that cohesion. They know each other very well. So I would expect a good match. I would expect them to give Mexico a run for their money.
Not a KG
Yeah.
match.
It may be cagey from the beginning because it's an opening match and Mexico is a host nation.
Host nation. Okay.
So the expectation will be high. The nation will be expecting them to. In fact, the nation will be expecting them to wall up South Africa anyway. But the World Cup is not like that, and football doesn't follow any particular logic. So yes, South Africa will not be pushovers, but Mexico starts as a slight favorite in
Okay.
this one.
Now let's look at the key players for both teams. We have South Africa having Percy Tau. And how do you see him? How is he going to influence the game today?
Right. So sorry. Uh, see the entire South African team. If you look at the entire South African team compared to Mexico, I think Mexico has the better players. I believe Mexico has the better players. South Africa, my difficulty is which teams are they playing for, and how competitive are those players?
But when you look at the South African team, where they are playing for, Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, Kaiser Chiefs, and the rest, they are ruling Africa. They compete without the South African League.
Yeah.
The whole African competition should have been a Northern Africa game by now. But they are the ones that are able to pierce the shield that these North Africans bring.
Yes, but again, that is Africa compared to the Mexican players and where they are playing. I think that is why I believe that they have a slight edge over South Africa. But again, South Africa, if you look at the way they play, because most of their players is in their local league, there's this cohesion. So that you can give them because they play around themselves. I think a good number of those players are from Sanda.
Yes.
Yes, from that national team. So you may have about 5 or 6 Sundown players starting the game.
Okay.
So that gives them the cohesion for to be able to, they know each other, know where you will be. They might maybe pick passes that ordinarily you would not see, but it's because they've been training together. So that gives them some vibe. But Mexico, individual skills, individual brilliance, and the way we have always known Mexico to play football. That is why I feel, irrespective of the team South Africa puts out, I expect uh, this guy in Fulham,
Jimenez.
Raul Jimenez. How do they intend to handle that guy, the South African defense? Yes. How do they intend to handle that Jimenez guy? And the South African defense is not particularly the best defense we have, even in Africa. I don't think that they have the best defense.
No, the best defense.
So with a team like a player like Jimenez, how do they intend to handle that guy today?
That is,
yes. So that is a big one for them. Football again.
It's a funny business.
It's a funny business. You never know.
But when you look at Mexico, the Mexico team, we have Oge Sanchez. Jimenez is there. Oge Sanchez in AC Milan as a defender. How does he measure up? Is he going to be able to help preserve the virginity of the Mexican goals?
Yes. You see, these guys, he for AC Milan, Serie A, he met top strikers of this world. I mean, Champions League, the Serie A, Europa, and all of those things. So at least they know how to handle some of this. But again, I believe the challenge the Mexicans face today will not be so much about the players. It will be more about the expectation.
Okay.
Because it's an opening game, the stadium will be packed, and you know the Mexican thing. It looks like anytime Mexico plays, they are under pressure to win because of all the things that go on around the team and beyond. So, and more so, now that they are hosting the tournament, the pressure will not be easy. So what do you expect them to?
What you are saying is that nerves.
Nerves. That is the thing. Nerves. So I'll still give them. I think they have a slight edge of Africa in this one.
And do you believe that South Africa carries the hopes of Africa, or it will be a different team from South Africa from Africa that will carry it?
Oh, if the host of Africa, I don't think South Africa carries it. I mean, South Africa is not the best team in Africa. We have Senegal in this tournament. We have Morocco in this tournament. So, as far as I'm concerned, I believe I am tempted to tilt towards Senegal.
Okay.
Yeah, to carry the hopes of Africa. That team is a solid one.
Okay.
It's a solid one. So yes, for Africa, I think Senegal is the one I am looking up to more so for West Africa. So I'll be happy to see them do well. But Morocco too, because Morocco understands how the other countries play, especially European football, so they are able to match them. So I think, but Senegal, I think, is the one Africa is looking up to. Okay. To carry the flag, to push us forward.
So let me just push you a little. What will be the score line
today?
For today,
Mexico, South Africa.
Yes.
If you push me, I think 3-1 Mexico.
3-1 Mexico. Wow.
3-1 Mexico. In fact, I believe it will be 3-0 up to some point. Then our goal will start the 7 dogs
to score one. So it will be 3-1. Okay. Now let's look up to the rest of the matches. We have Morocco playing Brazil on Saturday. How will that match play out?
Brazil are not particularly scary this time around. If you look at them, of course, Brazil is still Brazil, but they don't seem to be. They don't seem to scare anybody anymore at this time, because it looks like, yeah, they are no more the typical flamboyant Brazilian team that will pass you off the pitch, pick you off, and all of that. Morocco has improved tremendously. So if I have to choose between, it could be a draw. I'm looking at 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2-2
Okay.
between Brazil and
We'll
Morocco.
be looking at that in our subsequent
Yeah,
matches.
I think I will pick.
Viewers, tonight a new World Cup journey begins. Mexico arrives with expectation. South Africa arrives with belief. The stage is ready. The fans are ready. The world is watching. From Johannesburg to Accra, from Dakar to Casablanca, from Cairo to Cape Town, Africa is ready. Thank you for joining us for the very first edition of the World Cup Central Live. This program was sponsored by McAfee Jerseys. It's a very important company to us that has provided us with a lot of support. Sami Jerseys Hub and Joe Cinder Sports. Joe Cinder Sports. Their telephone number is 0243 272216. They are providing us with jerseys, with sports equipment, and everything. Contact them. They are your plug for this World Cup. Thank you, and God bless you. Meet you next time.